There are moments when words lose their value, when everyone is speaking just to be heard, but no one is truly listening. The world is full of noise, ego, and attention-seeking. But a man who understands silence, who speaks only when it matters, becomes magnetic. And that's where these 6 words come in. 6 words that hold power, not because they impress others, but because they center you. 6 words that make people feel your energy without you trying. Those words are, I don't need your validation anymore. 1. Power behind the words. Say them slowly. I don't need your validation anymore. These aren't just words. They're a declaration of independence, from approval, from attention, from the fear of being disliked. The Stoics believed that power comes from within. Epictetus said, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react that matters." Most people crave external approval, likes, compliments, validation. But the moment you stop seeking it, you become untouchable. People sense when you don't need them to feel good about yourself. They chase that confidence. They're drawn to your peace because it's rare. You stop being the one who runs after love. You become the one who inspires it. 2. Detachment is the ultimate attraction. Detachment doesn't mean you stop caring. It means you care correctly. You stop investing your energy in trying to be understood, liked, or admired. When you say, I don't need your validation anymore, you're reminding yourself that your worth isn't determined by others. You're removing their power over you. Marcus Aurelius once wrote, "If you are distressed by anything external, the pain is not due to the thing itself, but to your estimate of it." That means, what hurts you isn't rejection itself. It's your need for approval that causes pain. And once you free yourself from it, rejection loses its power. You become calm in chaos, unmoved by opinions. And that calmness attracts more than any words ever could. 3. The psychology of reversal. Here's the paradox. When you stop chasing validation, people start giving it to you. It's human psychology. People are wired to crave what seems unavailable. When you no longer need attention, your energy shifts. You speak less, but your silence says more. You don't over-explain. You don't beg for approval. You simply exist, with certainty. And this confuses people, because most of the world runs on approval-seeking energy. When they meet someone who doesn't, they subconsciously start chasing it. That's attraction, not created by charm or looks, but by presence. The Stoic kind of presence that says, I'm complete with or without you. 4. How to live by the 6 words. To make these 6 words part of your being, practice them daily, not just by saying them, but by living them. When someone ignores your message, don't chase. When someone disrespects your effort, don't explain. When someone leaves, don't beg. Instead, breathe. Remember who you are. Whisper to yourself, I don't need your validation anymore. Over time, your nervous system learns calmness. You'll stop reacting emotionally to people's behavior. You'll stop being controlled by attention or affection. And you'll start to radiate strength, the silent, unshakable kind. 5. Stoics energy. Stoicism isn't about being emotionless. It's about emotional mastery. You still feel, but you decide what deserves your reaction. A Stoic man walks into a room, and people notice his stillness. His calmness feels powerful, not passive, because it comes from self-control. Every time you repeat these 6 words, you're building that stillness inside. You're telling your mind, I validate myself. I don't need applause to know my worth. And once you embody that, you become magnetic. Because people are drawn to those who don't beg for energy. They create it. 6. Turning rejection into respect. Rejection hurts when you seek validation, but when you stop needing it, rejection becomes redirection. Stoics didn't see rejection as failure. They saw it as clarity. When someone rejects you, it's not an attack. It's information. It shows you who doesn't align with your energy. So instead of asking, "Why didn't they choose me?" ask, "Why was I seeking them in the first place?" When you stop begging for validation, people start respecting you. Because respect is born from boundaries, and boundaries come from inner peace. 7. True magnetic mindset attraction isn't about saying the right lines or pretending to be mysterious. It's about owning yourself. A Stoic doesn't chase love. He becomes love. He doesn't seek attention. He commands it through presence. Every time you act without needing to impress, you attract. Every time you stay calm while others seek validation, you rise. Every time you remain centered in your own worth, people feel it. Because energy doesn't lie. And the energy of, "I don't need your validation anymore," is the purest form of power. 8. The shift within at first. It'll feel strange. You'll want to prove yourself. You'll want to respond. But each time you resist, you grow stronger. You'll start noticing that your silence gets more attention than your words. That your absence starts to mean more than your presence ever did before. Because now, your energy speaks for you. And that's what Stoic attraction truly is. Silent dominance. 9. Remember this truth. The world is drawn to those who are content with themselves. Those who seek nothing attract everything. So let the words echo in your mind whenever you feel doubt. "I don't need your validation anymore." Say it not with anger, but with peace. Not to reject others, but to return home to yourself. That's how you attract anyone, not by wanting them, but by becoming the person who doesn't need them to feel whole. Be so focused on mastering yourself that validation becomes irrelevant. Let your silence carry the message your words once begged to deliver. Because when you truly stop needing validation, people can't help but give it to you. Subscribe for more powerful Stoicism and psychology comment. Stoic, if you agree.